Hello walkers, and welcome to Helena, Montana. Welcome back if you were in our live stream earlier. I'm recording this and we're kind of going to retrace some of our steps, but we're starting in a different spot today. Just want to welcome you to City Walks, where we explore cities, but also sometimes we explore nature trails. Today is going to be a city. I've been wanting to get back to Helena in the summer for a long time. I've done a couple winter walks, and it is a beautiful leafy city. I'm going to show you to you here in a second. My name is Henry. I will be your proxy walker, your virtual travel guide today. Guide is a little bit of a misnomer, as I'm not an expert in these places. This is Carroll College off to the right. You can see them redoing a roof. That's the local college here. Looking north into, I don't know what mountains those are, but I do know that Gates of the Mountains Canyon is in there with the Missouri River. You see some baseball fields, people playing baseball back there. But we're going to go this way. Luckily, we're going to start off with a lovely bike path system they have here. It is a bikey town. You can see Mount Helena in the distance and the H on the side of the hill up there. I think that's what that is. H for Helena. And hopefully we're going to see some fun stuff today. I'm going to go back the way I did on my live stream, but not quite the same way. I'm going to do a slightly different route, and we're going to see some slightly different things. So hopefully, if you saw this, you'll enjoy this 4K version. Also, for those of you watching via 360, I'm trying to do that more often now. It is a bit of a set of additional variables that I have to manage, and I don't always do it well, but hopefully you will enjoy this. Hopefully it's good enough to watch. Excuse me. I did several from Idaho, or a couple in Idaho, one in Livingston, and I thought they turned out pretty well, so hopefully this will as well. Oh, you know what? I totally meant to start showing you my face. That's what I'm doing now. So here we go. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Helena. And thank you for joining us today. I am going to flip you around again, but I wanted to thank everybody that joined us in the live stream earlier. It was so much fun, especially for me. I guess I can't speak for everyone as we go through this underpass. And I want to thank everybody for joining. That was so much fun. Love interacting with you guys. I love getting your comments and your questions and even your corrections and some of your criticisms. It's just a great way to interact with people from all around the world. We'll get through this tunnel pretty quick, and you'll actually be seeing something of interest. The main thing that you're going to see off to the right here as we come out is the Carousel, the Great Northern Carousel. It's inside that roundhouse. Lots of fun. I'm going to show you the inside. I hope I'm not peeking. I'm using a new set of earphones, and I've had tremendously frustrating audio issues as of late, but I'm working my way through. So there's this, and then I'm going to show you another thing off to the left here in a minute. This is a great place to start. It's kind of the last chance gulch area. I'm going to stick my camera up. Hopefully we can get through without seeing the reflection too much. Beautiful creatures to ride on. I see a wolf, a mountain goat, a pronghorn, as well as horses, an otter. So much fun. Great place to bring the kids. And that's interesting. Lots of fun. You can get sodas and candies and stuff inside when they're open. Obviously, it's been a different year. So this is Exploration Works off to the left. Let me give you a better view of that as we come back out here to the open area. And they've got a little amphitheater, outdoor dining tables. Over here is the premier Best Western, the Great Northern Hotel. But the Exploration Works, wonderful science museum, interactive science museum. Ton of fun with little kids especially. They have a great time with all of those interactive type things. They are open. And then you've got this little pathway out here with some art installations, some noise, or not noise, music things, bells for kids to ring. Well, it's like a little garden or play area. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. And I'm going to try not to film kids here as we go, hi there. And I'm going to go around the other way. This is a little interpretive. I'm filming for City Walks. And the lovely little princesses saying hi to us. I don't like to film other people's kids without their permission. Just a thing I draw the line at. I am, hopefully this is charging. I am borrowing a camera, a GoPro 8, excuse me, because when I do these walks, I have a special battery gate that I bought that allows me to plug in an external charger. However, because there's a big hole in it now, it's not waterproof. Well, we were floating the Henry's Fork River in Idaho recently, and you may have seen some of the walks in that area, Big Springs area, where we go. I actually walked right past the boat put-in where we put in, and there's a bunch of fish down below me. The water was so clear, so I dunked my GoPro under there, and I had totally forgotten to replace the gate with the waterproof gate, fried the camera, and luckily we have a friend that had one of these and was willing to lend it. So I'm excited about that. This is a little pedestrian area, entertainment area, several restaurants. I mentioned the Premier by Best Western, the Great Northern Hotel. Back on the other side, I forgot to show you, the Carousel is the brew house, restaurant, and craft beer room. It is, I didn't mention this, it's early June, 10 a.m., 72 degrees Fahrenheit, 22 degrees Celsius. And it is an absolutely beautiful day, wonderful day to be out walking. And I enjoy your comments and reactions and corrections and all that fun stuff. So please, in the YouTube comments below, let me know what you're thinking. All right, so in our live stream, we came from that direction. And there is a couple cool government buildings up there, interesting design. But that's about it. So we're going to go this way. Yeah, we're definitely going this way now. You may have noticed. So a couple facts about Helena to fill in this slow point here. 32 to 40,000 people population-wise, and tap this real quick, sorry. It is the capital. It was founded around a gold rush claim, Last Chance Gulch, in 1864. Well, the claim was filed in 1864. And it won out over, I think, Anaconda for state capital back when we were becoming a state in 1889. Territorial capital before that. And I mentioned in the live stream, which I'll stop referring to, but Montana was not originally a territory. It was actually part of Washington territory. And something smells burgers from this brew house. Then it got, I think it was in the 1860s, it got split off into Idaho. Idaho was carved out of Washington. And then, through various political machinations, Idaho lost a chunk, and that became Montana. Big argument about it in the Congress. This was during the Civil War and the very beginnings of the Civil War. And when they carved it out to become Idaho, is my understanding, they didn't actually, they created the territory. Look at that giant dog, that is awesome. But they didn't actually implement any laws. So it was literally no law here for a while. there's some historians will probably dispute that, but I read it in a book, so I'm gonna claim it. Plus, it's an interesting story. Anyway, in a whole system, they had a vigilante committee. That's dog owner arose to implement some sort of order. You know, it was during the gold rush times, a lot of money floating around, and a lot of people not wanting to put in the work, instead get it for free. So there was robbery and murder and mayhem, and the Vigilance Committee wanted to fix that. Started it in Virginia City and Bannock, and eventually made its way over here as well. And I think I forget the number, but they eventually executed dozens of people, if not over 100. I don't want to say that number because I don't think it's accurate, but this is the K. McKenna Park on Getchell Street. I think this is the Shriner Center or Community Center. I should know this because I've looked it up before. And over to our left, you can see in the distance the cathedral, Catholic Cathedral. You'll see it's really busy right here, right now. Earlier it was absolutely quiet, beautiful, but there's a farmer's market up here that we're going to walk through. Well, I'm not seeing what that is. I'm looking on the Google Maps and I'm not finding the exact name for it, but the one with the minaret. You can see Mount Helena. Helena's a big bike town. They even have a mountain bike shuttle that we will probably pass that's free. They have a trailer and a van, and you put your bike on the trailer and they take you up to the trails, and they'll even take you up to the Continental Divide. And I think it's the Civic Center. We'll walk up there. And it's free, and I think that's awesome. Fantastic. You go, Helena. You can see this city is nestled right into the hills. It's got a great location. We're going to make our way down to that market in a little bit, even though I look like a walking survey crew with the cameras sticking up in the backpack. Yeah, so that's the Civic Center. I think it was started as a Shriner Center or a Shriner Temple, which, for those of you not in the US, is a nonprofit group known for, in many things, Shriner hospitals and helping especially sick kids. Also known for going in parades with clown costumes and little go-karts or other things. Anyway, pretty cool organization from what I understand. Forget what street this is. I think it's Neal. This was the city was so quiet when I started the earlier walk at 7:30 or 8, and I could walk right down the middle of the streets. It was great. This is great too, of course. I think this is Hill Park over here. Somebody's got a giant dog, which is beautiful, but it's barking at people, and I think that's not going to work. Pardon me. think you'll notice that there are a mix of people wearing masks and not wearing masks. The mask mandate has been lifted in Montana, and I'm going to assume all these adults have been vaccinated. Crossing behind you, thank you. Oh, it looks like this is a vaccination clinic here. That's fantastic. Love seeing people get vaccinated. I mean, it's not like a fetish or something, but it is. I like to see that people are, they can get vaccinated, are doing that. And that's all I'm going to say about that. It's a great little park over here. I'm not going to walk through the market just because I've got a lot of gear and I don't want to bump into people or make people uncomfortable in any way. But you can see a lot of the artwork, crafts. These look awesome, these little rocking horses. Got some wind things. And there's a little bit of food. There's a lot of like garden starts, a little bit of food, but a lot of crafts at this time of year. It is early June, so nobody's really grown a whole lot yet. It's really difficult to get the longer maturing crops like tomatoes and watermelons to grow in Montana, but we've had a warm spring, so a lot of people are optimistic about this year's crops. I love the view of the old buildings down the street. When we come up to another crossing, we'll get a view. I'll cross over and let you see what that's like. Love these public markets and these little community markets. They're so much fun. A lot of people in Montana are small business people, small producers. It's fantastic. Also like this little puppy up here. Adorbs. So we'll cross here, and I'm going to give you a look down the street here. A lot of people here enjoying it. Oh, I smell some kettle corn. It smells wonderful. Got some knitwear, that's fun. Little Helena Paco. That's what we call beagles because we met a fun beagle in Croatia named Paco. So every time we see a beagle, it's either a French Paco or a Helena Paco or some other Paco. Love this metalwork stuff too, very cool. Hi there. Cool wind chimes, bird feeders, brass work. I'm gonna cross over here. Ooh, we got the burgers going too. Going on some chicken. Kebabs. Oh my gosh, you guys. I haven't smelled a barbecue in so long, and that is delightful. Delicious. Oh, some cool Adirondack chairs over there, made with skis. All right. I'm not going to talk about that other. I'm not going to talk about 2020, but here's the sheriff's department, police department over here, and love being able to be out in a community setting like this again. All right. Also, really enjoy the view up this street. Look at these old buildings up here. We're going to walk past those. This is also not on the previous walk, so you're seeing some new ground here. Oh, this looks like somebody had an incident. That's unfortunate. Ooh, Macaroon Mania. This is the old Montana Life Insurance Company. And I think says it's going to be the new home of Helena Municipal Court. Pretty cool classic architecture. It's probably been around for a while, or maybe it's brand new. I don't know. MCM 1923. So that's almost 100 years old. People in Europe and Asia are probably thinking, in Africa are thinking, that's great. Super old. Excuse me. And also native peoples in South America, I guess. We did a trip down to Guatemala and Mexico a few years ago. Absolutely amazing to visit those old Mayan ruins. And we even visited a small little town where a Mayan woman was making a side hustle, teaching people how to make tortillas the classic way, and talking to us. And it was in her little hut. It's fantastic to have that exposure to somebody else's lifestyle. Very cool. It's a little interesting to switch gears from this live stream that I did earlier. Super fun, by the way, I think I mentioned, to this pre-recorded. They're both great, but they have different strengths and weaknesses and techniques. So we're always learning here at City Walks, always exploring. Right there. Up here is an old Citroen. I think it was a C2, somebody called it. Somebody identified it. This is Fuller and 6th. We've been walking along Fuller Avenue, coming up on 6th. The creperie. It's been full all morning, so I have to assume it's delicious. Oh, here's the car I was talking about. Let's go see it. Just because we can. Really classic. It's a 2 CV6 Charleston. Very fun. All right, panning. And here we go. I think this is Last Chance Gulch coming up. To the left is a street. To the right becomes a pedestrian area. And we're going to visit a couple areas. This is the Bullwhacker Block, and that, my friends, is Big Dipper Ice Cream. Fantastic Montana originals. I think they started in Missoula. They have a store here and in Billings and possibly up in Kalispell. I'm a little surprised. I don't think they have one in Bozeman yet. Probably can't afford the real estate, but I would expect to see one in the near future. Who knows? Also the Rialto, I love the sign, the Rialto Fountain and Lunch Club Room. It's like a classic old eatery. And then in here is the 10 Mile Creek Brewery in the New York block and the Hawthorne Bottle Shop and Tasting Room. I've had beers in there, it's good. It was 8 years ago, I think. Ooh, the Parrot Confectionery. Let's go look at that. That looks like some delicious candy over there. And I just got my 10,000 steps at 10:30 in the morning. Well, at least that's fun. And I can't really tell so we're going to stop for just a second and hope that our 360 camera starts up again. It's supposed to. I'm not going to mess with it. Messed with it last time and stopped. Oh, I think we're started again. Hopefully. So we're coming up on a Bullwhacker, and I want to read the plaque. I didn't read it earlier. Just checking the... it says it's not recording. Maybe it'll start now. And stick with it. Well, we'll find out. This is the bullwhacker that we're going to read. The plaque of, in this cool old building. Commerce that started auction drivers. Can't really read the plaque. During Helena's Gold Rush days, so it's a tribute to the people that drove the freight wagons. That is the First National Bank and Securities building. Ooh, and here's Taco del Sol, great burrito shop. Good food. They have one in Missoula as well. I think they have one in Billings, have one in Great Falls. I'm not sure. It might be a, I want to say it's a Montana shop, but I'm not sure about that. So I will probably not post this until Thursday, just to give a little bit of space between the live feed and this one. But this one's going to be in 4K. Haven't figured out how to get the live stream into 1080 yet. Up here we're going to make a right just to see this shuttle stop, Bike Helena, this mountain bike shuttle. They're not stopping here, but it is free. I talked to the guy that was running that stand earlier. A lot of great info. Is supported by the local city and by local businesses. And then I think maybe I passed it. There's a DoubleTree Hotel down here somewhere. A stone in my shoe. The Windbag Saloon. So there's a lot of great restaurants and outdoor seating down here. Great place to come and hang out in the evening and just walk the walk. I love this little stream too. This constructed stream. It goes up here for a couple hundred yards or 100 yards, and oh, it's just fun. I think I meant to make a left back there. I got distracted by the bike thing. A little trolley car to climb on. Lasso the Moon, wonderful toys over here. Super fun. I think, as sometimes happens, we're actually going to backtrack a little bit because I want to go back up the hill over here as opposed to continuing down this way. There's some cool stuff down there. Check out the live feed, check out the winter walk I did here. But as I said, I've been wanting to do a summer walk here because there's so many wonderful big trees, and I just wanted to see it all leafed out. And I'm so glad I did because it is a beautiful city. Look at this dog over here. It's a little warm for Montana anyway, and this dog is cooling off in the stream. Nice. And then you can see the mural over by the Trail Rider pickup. And the double tree is behind that. That's the hotel behind there. But we're gonna make a right on Broadway and go up the hill back towards the Capitol. There's a couple neat buildings up there. Spark, that is a PR or marketing firm, I believe. Cool building, super cool building. That's Jackson Street off to the left. Some cavernous old 100-year-old, 150-year-old buildings down there. You'll pardon if I don't talk amidst the traffic, but also because it's kind of a steep hill. I'm going to turn around and give you a view of the hills here in a second. There's to the south, but okay, here we go. You can see, I should turn the other way. Mount Helena there, a lot of trails over there. Great walking, great biking. If you're interested in seeing some fun stuff to do in Helena, one, check out travelingmill.com, and two, check out the Visit Helena Facebook page. We've got a lot of fun videos about the city. They do a great job of promoting things to do here. Cool buildings here. So off to the left, sorry, is Warren Street, and down there is the cathedral. That's not the right word that I want to use, but I'll figure it out. We're going to go down another block, maybe two, and see some of the other old buildings. And we're kind of getting into the residential area here. I'm not sure what this building is, so I think we're going to have to go down there and find out. What do you say? Love all these flowering trees. We've been waiting a long time for spring. Oops. And it's finally here. Beginning of June. It was 99 yesterday, 2 days ago, in Billings. Now, I know that's not hot to some places, but it's hot. That's too many degrees. This is the Myrna Loy. Interesting, I've heard a lot about this. So this is the historic district. I gotta fix a shoe situation. Thank you. Neat old building here. Can't imagine it was always an arts thing, but maybe it was a theater. There's another part of it. Coming up on Breckenridge here. Pardon me. This looks, the thing to our left, the big building to our left, seems like it's got a lot of flags and might be a state building. Let's go this way. I see a placard. I'm guessing this is the county courthouse. It says Lewis and Clark County. Excuse me. Yep, courthouse east security entrance, so that's what it is. But we also get to walk in this lovely shade. Here are the flag buckles rattling around a little bit. Yep, Lewis and Clark County Courthouse. I'm going to spin around slowly so you can see it. Again, sort of. Oh, that breeze. I know it's probably not great for the sound, but it is very welcome. It's probably pushing 80 now. No, come on, Henry. 75 maybe. But the sun here, one of the things about these Rocky Mountain states is we're high up, and that altitude really makes a difference in terms of the way the sun feels. You should definitely wear sunscreen, which I did not put on this morning, because you are going to be more prone to burn, and you feel it. 90 degrees here is really not so bad in the shade, but in the direct sun, it's very unpleasant. Alrighty. It's a lawyer's office. Also an historic building of some sort. And what we're going to do here is make our way back along along this neighborhood area to the Capitol. This is the Chessman, I think is Chessman or Chessman, yeah. Townhomes, apartments, I believe. The classic old brick buildings. And then this mansion over here is the original governor's mansion. Someone has told me where the current governor's mansion is, and I cannot remember what they said. Of course, our current governor is quite wealthy himself, and probably doesn't need that big mansion. I'm going to give you a look down this into that old town area. Really cool view, and I'm going to keep going because I want to get Montana or Mount Helena in the distance as well, if I can. It's going to make a great thumbnail. At about there, 3853. Now I just have to remember that. Cool buildings. Sorry about that quick pan. Love this place over here. Super quirky. I like it. I saw a lot of people hauling rafts this morning. These folks are all hooked up and ready to go. We're near the Missouri River. I think I might have said that. And great rafting, beautiful river, and just a beautiful area. The Carolina bed and breakfast there. Then over yonder is the Sanders bed and breakfast. But I'm going to make it right. CB Power Residence. Territorial Governor at one point. Pardon my throat, my voice. Well, that looks like a fun place to play. A couple, what do they call those? Not tight ropes, but slack line with a bunch of stuff hanging off of it. Neat old homes in here. I mean, I've meant to be calling out the street names, but I get distracted by the sights and sounds. Oh, and they took the street signs off up here. Now I'm totally lost. I'm not lost. We're not lost. We're in this together. Let me see if I can find this here. 7th, and we are on an undisclosed, unnamed street. This is 7th that we're crossing. Or no, we're on 7th and we're crossing something else. I have not been up here, so that we're going to go this way this time. A nice building here. The Robert and Elizabeth Fisk residence, 1866. Coming back up to 6th, and we are on Rodney Street. I knew it the whole time. So after this walk, I'm on kind of a road trip today. The 6th here. Well, it's good. It's a stop sign. I'm going to head over to Missoula. And I'm going to try and do 2 walks there, and also known as Zoo Town. And then I'm going to head back through Butte. If I have time, I'm going to do a walk there. And that's a pretty cool town, visually speaking. I'm going to go up here to 5th. Just wanted to see this other side of, this other part of Helena that I haven't seen in a while. Correction, ever. See what's up here. Looks like it turns residential again. And maybe the newer stuff. So I'm going to make a left on 5th. Ooh, coffee shop. Grateful Bread, Bakery and Cafe. That looks fun. Ooh, looks good too. We got a pickup window. Oh, it smells good too. Nice. That's one of the nice things about some of these little smaller, well, any Montana town really. There are definitely places you just walk down the middle of the street. No biggie.
I'm glad that we're popping it. This soil is much better.
Some people working on their yards. This really is a very well kept city, I would say. People have commented on that many times. Crossing Davis, if you're following along. I'm just going to give you a peek down Davis here. And I'm just going to keep going straight, I guess. People are checking me out because I've got this backpack with a big camera sticking out the top. I look highly technical, in my opinion. Oh, I've got some rocks in my shoe. Love these big front porches. I love a big covered front porch. Little roof to keep the sun off, some trees, some flowers to perfume it, and just sit and relax. Hi there. How are ya? The William Crum family residence. Neat old building. I like that outbuilding in the back. There were two ladies talking. I didn't want to film them, invade their privacy. They're going to be on the 360, of course, but they have a wonderful yard and garden and some fence to keep the deer out because, oh, hi there, pup. Another thing Helena's kind of known for or been in the news for is the deer population here. The in-town deer population has gotten quite large, and they love to eat flowers and bushes and all the things that people work so hard to ornament their yards with. They also get hit and damage cars and injure, and there's a risk of injury. So, long story short, I don't know if they actually implemented this plan or not, but I think they might have. They employed sharpshooters, at least I think in the deer call. I don't know if that actually happened. I need to research that. Or you guys could. Somebody look that up and let us know in the comments. Anyway, so that's fun, right? I did in my film school days, I did a lot of research and started a film on immunocontraception, which is where they use an animal's immune system as a contraceptive agent. Very helpful for zoos because it's just a shot. They give the animal a shot with this stuff called porcine zona pellucidae, which is the basically part of a pig's egg, mammalian egg, and it triggers an immune response in the other mammal, and that they attack the egg when it's released from the ovary. And so the big benefit of that is it doesn't change the animal's hormonal balance, and it's much less invasive than surgery. And that's probably more science than you wanted to know on a city walk of Helena, Montana. But hey, bonus. Love these buildings. So beautiful. Hello, little sparrow. This little guy. Oh, the terror. Hi there. Hi. I've got headphones in to listen to the audio, which doesn't always help, but I can tell you that dogs barking into the microphone is not a joy. One of the many travails of city walking. Got a red squirrel climbing a tree right up here. I hope you guys are all doing well there. We got another several blocks here, and then we're going to walk around the Capitol. But while we're seeing these beautiful trees, it has been a rough year and a half, and I hope you guys are all, your spirits are brightening with the new seasons, although I guess people in the Southern Hemisphere are heading into another winter. Hope you're having a lovely autumn down there. But get out there, walk, get some exercise, get some sunshine if you can. And I'm happy to take you guys around on these walks. It's a joy for me, I think I've said several times. And it's fun to see all these places too. It's a good motivator to get out and explore places and go down streets I haven't gone down before. It's a lot of fun. Gotta be aware of this camera sticking up behind me when I go under these trees. You can see the dome in the distance, possibly. I'm going to show it to you because we're going to go out in the middle of the street again. Because we can. Got a drift boat here. Nice old, maybe not that old house. Crossing Hoback. And we're on 5th. And it's funny, you know, we're in the middle of the city, but right there is a dirt road and an end to a lot of the dense housing. And you get into some of the bigger homes up on the hill. But I don't really think of a city this prominent having many dirt roads, but right there they are. Ooh, a nice lilac bush up here on the right. The lilac, I love lilacs. They come out June every year, and their blooms are all purple and white, and the smell is just beautiful perfume. It's wonderful. That might be a waxwing calling. One of my faves. Kids playing in the yard back there. Cythia. I'm not a fan of forsythia. I think this is forsythia here, this stuff. Thorny. Grows like crazy. We used to have some in our yard. It's interesting to me to see these smaller houses so close to the Capitol building. I mean, the Capitol building itself. I would have guessed that it would have been all large houses, but maybe these were built long time ago and then just never built up. Oh, there goes our second round of 360. I got to pause real quick. Try and get that going again. Oh, this time looks like it's still going. Good for you, 360. Oh, nope, then it stopped. We'll see if this keeps going or not. It's always a bit tricky. So what we're going to do here is we're going to loop around the Capitol building just to get a better look of all sides of it. It's a really pretty building. Most state capitol buildings are, but it's got some, at the end where we end up, it's got a pretty neat garden that they've done in the shape of Montana. It doesn't have any, it's just soil right now, but I thought it was kind of clever. Coming up on Montana Ave and 5th. Excuse me. Oh, I saw this earlier. Oh, they're going the other way. I'm gonna rush out here. In the distance, you can see a little trolley thing. People in the cars. It's some sort of tour operation, and also gives me a chance to cross over, which is nice. This is a Montana Highway Patrol memorial. Love seeing these mountains in the distance. Not even that distant, really. Less than a mile. A lot of people don't like the wide angle lens of the GoPro. Too distorted for them. I actually like it for the precise reason that in cities and where you're in narrow areas with tall spaces, you can fit the whole thing, the whole building, etc. into the view and just get a better look at things. Of course, the inverse is also true. When there's a long distance thing, where like these mountains over here that are very close, they look far away and you don't get as much detail. But I have opted for this one. So the Montana government has a House and a Senate. It's a bicameral institution. And I think our most recent constitutional revision, they rewrote the Constitution, I think it was in '79. Somebody correct me on that in the comments. It was a great document, and one of the things it did was, I believe it's in the Constitution, enshrine the access, river access. So if you're below the mean high water mark, you can recreate in river corridors. Now I think, if I remember correctly, there was a bit of a boondoggle in the original design of this building. I think, I don't remember the details, but I think somebody made off with some money, or made out with some money that maybe they shouldn't have. But then they redid it and got this. It's pretty cool. And then I think they added these two wings. You can see the color difference here. It's the same with the other wing. I think these were added on later. Really nice building. You can go inside and walk around and even go up to the governor's office. I'm not going to do that just because I have so much gear. And, you know, just walking around with cameras puts people a little bit on edge. These just got hit by a wall of these perfume from these flowers, and it was wonderful. Sweet and musky. Love it. So, and those were lilacs, if you were not aware. My faves. Oh, we got some lupin up here. Not, yeah, it is a short variety. Pardon me. See it down there on the corner. One of my favorites. Where's that? Actually, lavender. Ooh. Somebody comment on that. It is a Saturday, so the government buildings are all quiet. A couple of squirrels fleeing from the camera. I hope you find this city so as beautiful as I do. You can see that these trees aren't even leafed out yet. They're starting to. We did have that snow a few weeks back, so that might have hurt them, but they are coming in, just late, or later than everything else. And once they are fully leaved, it'll be like the neighborhood areas where it's so shady and sylvan and serene. That's the Montana Historical Society over there. Nice little museum. You can visit. I think they're open. I would guess they are still. And somewhere over here, this general area is also Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks offices, and they've got a pretty cool lobby. If you like taxidermy animals, and I kind of do. You can see the valley out below, and the lake. What is it? Can't believe I'm blanking on the name of the reservoir because my palms are a little wet. There we go. Fingers get sweaty, and then the phone won't unlock. Canyon Ferry Lake. Ugh, I can't believe I couldn't remember that. We're coming up on the new garden. I think it's new. I've never noticed it before. The flags out front are one MIA, one US flag, and then the flags of the various tribal nations in the state. Honestly, this garden's probably been here for years and I just never noticed it. But I think it's kind of cool. I'm going to cross over and we'll get a better look at it from head on. And it's just the shape of Montana. But I like that. I think it's cool. So looks like it's planted for the season. All right, guys, I'm going to say thank you here so much for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed this walk through Helena, Montana from the Last Chance Gulch area, the Great Northern Ferris Wheel, Carroll College, all the way over to the State Capitol building. Hope you'll join us again soon. Keep an eye out for premieres and for live streams. I've been trying to do more and more of those, and they're a lot of fun, so I'm probably going to keep doing more of those. And I hope you enjoy them too. Join us again soon from wherever we might be. Till then, keep on stepping.